Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare upon bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. You may be seated. Miss Mackenzie Elizabeth Purdom will now give our invocation. Mackenzie is the daughter of Heather Stein and Warren Purdom. She plans to attend the University of Kentucky and major in human health science.
Good evening, and thank you for being here to celebrate the Washington County High School class of 2021. If you feel comfortable, please bow your heads in prayer, and gentlemen, please remove your caps. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings you have allowed us today and every day. Thank you for this beautiful graduation evening and for keeping my classmates and I, as well as our families, safe during the pandemic so that we could gather here today in celebration. We are forever grateful to you for the opportunity to have a fairly normal graduation ceremony. Lord, I ask that you lay a guiding hand upon each and every one of the graduates who sit before me. I pray that you will bless them and aid them in achieving their many goals and aspirations. I ask that you grant them courage, confidence, and success in each of their future endeavors. Loving God, I pray that each of my classmates will look to you for guidance and keep you close to their hearts through everything they do. To you, we owe everything, and we thank you endlessly. In your name I pray, amen.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, staff, and graduates. Welcome to the 2021 Washington County High School Commencement Ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Superintendent Dr. Robin Cochran and the Washington County Board of Education, Mr. Curtis Hamilton, Ms. Patsy Lester, Ms. Sherry Chesser, Ms. Carissa Harley, and Mr. Jeremy Thompson, and the staff of Washington County Schools for supporting these young men and women throughout their educational journey. Parents and families, these young men and women have relied upon you for nurturing, guidance, and an unconditional love to reach this milestone. Graduates, this is the day you've looked forward to for 13 years. The past year has tested you and shaped your resolve to overcome challenges, your resilience to bounce back from disappointments, your compassion for others, and your perspective on life-changing events. As you prepare to embark on your new journey, ponder the adventures, the lessons, the trials, the tribulations, and the triumphs that you have experienced. Take with you those lessons that you have learned from each and every one. They have helped shape you into who you are today and who you will become tomorrow. Cherish the wonderful memories you have made with your classmates and friends and carry them with you as you journey down life's path. We would like for graduation tonight to be as memorable for all of our graduates and their families, Please help us by doing the following. If you have not already done so, please put your cell phone on silent. We ask that all photographs be taken from your seats, and we ask that you remain seated until all graduates have walked across the stage. Traditionally, a member of the graduating class has given the commencement address, and we will continue this tradition tonight. This honor was voted upon by the senior class. At this time, I would like to introduce Miss Jasmine Cheyenne Coulter. Jasmine is the daughter of Billy and Tammy Coulter. She will be attending the University of Kentucky and majoring in exercise science.
Sorry, I'm short. Good evening. My name is Jasmine Coulter, a 2021 senior and I guess now soon to be high school graduate. It does my heart good to see everyone gathered here today to celebrate my wonderful class before me. What a blessing it is that we could even have a ceremony surrounded by friends and loved ones. I would first like to start off with a few thank yous. Thank you to our wonderful school teachers and staff members that guided us through this crazy year. Without you guys, we would not be standing here on this stage receiving our diplomas. Thank you to every parent and family member in this audience today. I think I can speak on behalf of all seniors when I say we love you and thank you for helping us on our way. I myself would like to tell my parents in the stands how much I love them and how they're truly irreplaceable in my heart. There are 470,000 words in the English language, and not one of those can explain how appreciative I am of you too. Now, this special thank you goes out to two specific individuals, Luke Peevler and Cole Lewis. These two young men have made the selfless decision to serve our country in the Navy and Army branches of our military. It is because of them we have the opportunity to go on with our day-to-day lives protected. For your sacrifices, I wish you two everything life has to offer. Everyone, please give them a round of applause. This last thank you is bittersweet and comes from a special place in my heart. To my fellow classmates, thank you. Thank you for giving me the absolute best 4 years of my life. Thank you for picking me up when I've had my lows. Thank you for being a friend when you didn't have to be. Thank you for being you. The class of 21 will be forever remembered as a goofy group of kids that like to make people laugh and brighten people's days. I don't know how I got so blessed to be a part of this group, so thank you truly. As I sat down to write this speech with only 1 day notice, I started thinking about all the memories I've made and all the things I will miss. I know in a couple of months we will all go our separate ways with big plans ahead. We will reminisce on things such as nearly being late in the morning because we all decided to stay in our cars till 8, Miss Jackie giving us extras as we go through the lunch line, and the boys always joking around with each other. When we hear Dixieland Delight, we won't help but think of all the times we sang it at football games. When we see cameras, we won't help but think of WCTVs caught between classes. When we feel accomplished, we will think of walking across this very stage, shaking hands with Miss Hutchins and holding a diploma. We will remember Saturday, May 21st, 2021, being the day we hit one of the biggest milestones in our life. It commemorates us for overcoming every obstacle, a global pandemic being one of the hardest. There's truly nothing we cannot do if we set our minds to it. What a thing to be proud of. To the senior class, the ones who are my best of friends, I wish you nothing but the best. I believe in each and every one of you. There is no doubt in my mind that you will do remarkable things in the military, workforce, or college. I pray that as you enter this new chapter, you make life all you want it to be. You only get one shot, so make it worth it. I'm not sure how to say goodbye. Therefore, I will leave you with a quote by Winnie the Pooh in which he says, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." To the class of 2021, we did it. Thank you all and have a wonderful rest of the evening.
I would now like to introduce Miss Margaret Elizabeth Stevens. Margaret is the daughter of Clay and Lucy Stevens. She plans to attend Covenant College, and her major is undecided at this time. Margaret will be singing Where I Go by Miley Cyrus. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2021 Salutatorian. I would like to introduce Miss Fran Rochelle Taylor, daughter of Pat and Melissa Taylor. She plans to attend Lindsey Wilson College and major in education.
Well, you guys, we've made it. I'm sure we've doubted ourselves a few times along the way, especially after the year we had. But sure enough, we've made it to the finish line. Walking into the gym 4 years ago, the majority of us didn't even know each other. Now, I proudly say I have met some of my very best friends. From our first football games to the very last day of school, there was never a dull moment. I want to take a moment to thank Miss Hutchins, Mr. Messer, Mr. Cox, and all the teachers here at Washington County High School who have put up with us through these 4 years. I know it wasn't always easy. To our coaches and teammates for becoming a second family to us. And a huge thanks to our parents, grandparents, and guardians for getting us to and from school, practice, club meetings, and and for pushing us to be our very best selves. And lastly, I want to thank my fellow graduates for making these past 4 years unforgettable. As we all know, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. And if I had to say so myself, the class of 2021 definitely endured and survived the storm and danced in the rain. In the beginning of this school year, we never knew when something was going to be the last. We cherished every little thing because we never knew when things were going to get shut back down due to the pandemic. We have definitely learned not to take even the smallest things for granted. It's hard to believe that I have been thankful for 2 hours strenuous practices, English papers, college algebra, and even school lunch. I would like to congratulate Mr. Messer on his retirement. Once you've had the best of the best in terms of high school classes, there's no need to stick around for more. I would also like to give a shout out to our fellow senior, Matthew Miles, recipients of the Resilience Award at the WCHS Award Ceremony Tuesday night. He is an example to us all on what it means to persevere and be positive in the wake of unfair circumstances. And to you, the Washington County class of 2021, don't be afraid to be yourself. Tread your own path, blaze your own trail, love yourself, trust yourself, forgive yourself, be good to yourself. You deserve the best. Invest in the opportunity before you grow and learn each and every day of your life. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. When you make a mistake, own it. Learn from it and try your darndest not to repeat it. It is through your failures that you will find your greatest strengths and your way to true success. Don't be afraid to be great. I believe in us and our potential to positively impact not just Washington County's community, but this world in which we live in. Work hard, take chances, dream big. Once a commander, always a commander. I love you guys.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Conrad William Guyona. Conrad is the son of Benjamin and Peggy Guyona. He plans to attend JCTC and major in HVAC mechanics. Conrad will be singing Long Way Home by Stephen Curtis Chapman.
I set out on a great adventure the day my father started leading me home. He said there's gonna be some mountains to climb and some valleys you're gonna go through. Well, I had no way of knowing just how hard this journey could be, 'cause the valleys are deeper and the mountains are steeper than I ever would have dreamed. But I know we're gonna make it, and I know we're gonna get there soon. So I'll keep on singing and believing what all of my songs say, 'cause it's just a long way home. I got some rocks in my shoes, some fears I wish I could lose, that make the mountain so hard to climb. And my heart gets so heavy with the weight of the world sometimes. And there's a bag of regrets, I should have been denied yet. I keep on dragging around, and I can hardly wait for the day I get to lay them all down. And I know that day is coming, and I know it's gonna be here soon, and I won't turn back even if the whole world says I'm going the wrong way. 'Cause it's just a long way home. And when we can't take another step, our Father will pick us up and carry us in His arms. And even on the best days, He says to remember we're not home yet. So don't get too comfortable, 'cause really all we are is just pilgrims passing through. Hey, and I know we're gonna make it, and I know we're gonna get there soon. So I keep on singing and believing what all of my songs say. 'Cause our God has made a promise, and I know that everything He says is true. And I know wherever we go, He will never leave us, no, 'cause He's gonna lead us home. Every single step of the long way home, we're gonna make it. Yes, I know we're gonna make it. We're just taking the long way home. I know we're gonna make it. Yes, I know. We're just taking the long way home. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're just taking the long way home.
Our valedictorian for the class of 2021, Miss Lynn Tormolian. Lynn is the daughter of Greg Tormolian. She will be attending Dordt University and majoring in ag business.
It is such an honor to be standing in front of you all as the 2020-2021 valedictorian. But first things first, congratulations to you all. We made it through the last 4 years. We made it through the late night study sessions, the muscle burning sports, the leadership building extracurriculars, and most importantly, we made it through Mr. Vance's chemistry class. But we wouldn't be here without some very important people. On behalf of the senior class, I want to thank everyone who supported us and pushed us to this point. To the Board of Education, who discussed and made the hard decisions to keep us safe this year, we thank you. To the administration, who worked behind the scenes to ensure that our education runs smoothly, we thank you. To the faculty, who have become like a second family to us, thank you for working hard day and night to provide us with a tremendous education and create bonds with us that will last a lifetime. To every member of a family representing the senior class whose support, sacrifice, and dedication has not been overlooked, especially to the parents and guardians who paid for and supported us through the years, we thank you and we love you so much. And now to my peers sitting in front of me. It's been a tough 4 years, but we made it. Looking back on freshman year, I didn't expect time to go quite so fast. It seems like yesterday I was getting my schedule and getting lost in the hallways during the first week of school. The memories I have of rivalry football games and basketball games where we yelled and chanted till we lost our voices don't seem like they took place 2 or 3 years ago. It's been an amazing 4 years, but as they say, all good things must come to an end. We are closing one chapter in our lives, but we're starting another. If there's one thing I learned from you all, it's that you can't confuse your life with your work. You will walk out of here this evening with one thing that nobody else has. There will be hundreds of people out there with your same degree. There'll be thousands of people doing what you want to do for a living. But you will be the only person that has sole custody of your own life, your entire life, not just your life at a desk or your life at a computer, your life at your job. It's essential for you to work hard to accomplish your goals, but it should not be done for the sole purpose of a goal's sake at the expense of your relationship with others. The influence we exert on others and the relationships we establish are so much more important than a job or a title. Within the last 4 years, we have spent class periods, practices, and games, banquets with our classmates. During these times, we are making memories and building relationships that will last a lifetime. I will always have fond memories of the fun times during basketball games, during Spirit Week, and during FFA camp. The class periods I spent in Mr. Messer's office ranting about my problems, and especially the random jokes that got made during my classes, will always be more important to me than any of the awards I've ever received. From this moment on, we are completely in charge of our own lives. So put in the work to maintain and create relationships, because those will be the moments that you remember. Never let your determination to accomplish your goals have a detrimental effect on the connections you've made with others. Be generous with your time and your money, and many relational issues will be resolved. And most importantly, it's never too late to resolve your fractured relationships. Have absolutely no regrets in life. In conclusion, the life lessons I've learned from you guys have been so much more important than academics. So thank you to everyone who has taken the time to teach us these valuable lessons. And once again, thank you to our parents who have been the main source of our lessons. We did it, you and us. Thank you for supporting us and making tremendous sacrifices for our education. When we receive our diplomas tonight, please know that all of us have earned it. So to my class of graduates, congratulations, we made it.
At this time, we have some special recognitions of individual groups of students who have completed various programs during high school. These accomplishments certify that they may be college and or career ready. I ask each group to stand and be recognized. Please hold all applause until the end of all recognitions. Please stand if you are college ready and wearing a red and gold cord. You may be seated. Please stand if you are career ready wearing a blue and gold cord. You may be seated. Please stand if you are both career and college ready and wearing a red, blue, and gold cord. You may be seated. Please stand if you received your MNA certification. You may be seated. Please stand if you completed a dual credit course. You may be seated. Please stand if you passed your remote pilot's license. You may be seated. Please stand if you are wearing a Governor's Scholars patch. You may be seated. Please stand if you are wearing a National Art Honor Society cord. You may be seated. Please stand if you passed your ServSafe exam. You may be seated. Please stand if you passed your child development certification. You may be seated. Please stand if you received a work ready certificate. You may be seated. Please stand if you are a member of WCTV, or yearbook and are wearing a cord. You may be seated. Please stand if you're wearing an FCCLA honor cord. You may be seated. Please stand if you are a four-year FFA member. You may be seated. Please stand if you're a member of the National Honor Society and wearing a stole. You may be seated. Please stand if you're a member of Beta Club and wearing a stole. You may be seated. Please stand if you are wearing a silver cord to signify graduating with honors. You may be seated. And please stand if you have listed in the branch of the military. You may be seated. Let's give a round of applause for all of these accomplishments for these young men and women. At this time, we're going to have another special recognition. Washington County High School has 4 members of our staff that are retiring this year. I ask that the following staff members please stand as I recognize you and remain standing. Mr. Tim Messer, Assistant Principal with 27 years of service. Miss Beatty Tingle, Special Education Teacher with 20 years of service. Miss Sarah Rakes, Family and Consumer Science Teacher, 34 years of service. And Miss Lois Knoll, Jobs Coach, 22 years of service. During their combined 103 years of service to education and Washington County High School, they have touched countless lives and made a difference for many of our students. Please join me in a round of applause for our gratitude to them and their service to our school, our students, and our community. Thank you. At this time, Dr. Robin Cochran will present the class of 2021.
As Superintendent of Washington County Schools, it is my pleasure to affirm the following members of the class of 2021 have met all requirements set forth by the Kentucky Department of Education and the Washington County School District. I wish each of you the best as you pursue goals and opportunities as you progress through life. On behalf of Washington County School Board, congratulations.
Assistant Principals Mr. Charlie Cox and Mr. Tim Messer will be announcing the seniors, and Dr. Cochran and the board will be joining me in handing out the diplomas to our graduates. Mr. Cox and Mr. Messer, would you please come forward at this time with the list of graduation candidates, and we will begin. Again, we want to remind everyone, photos from your seats. Please hold all applause until all graduates have received their diplomas, and we ask for respect for all our graduates and their families, as everyone wants to hear their child's name. Please remain seated until all graduates have received their diplomas.
Row 1 and row 2, please make your way to the stadium or stage. Lynn Marie Timoleon. Fran Rochelle Taylor. Mackenzie Elizabeth Purdom. Amelia Murphy Higdon Kurzinger. Margaret Elizabeth Stevens. Marissa Danielle Thompson. Abigail Catherine Brady. Caitlin Renee Derringer. Abby Grace Warner. Natalie Grace Baker. Kennedy Nicole Chesser. Zayi Lynn. Rachel Claire Smith. Abigail Kathleen Russell. Victoria Ray Bush. Mary Jane Wilkerson. Emily Brooke Mattingly. Joshua Tyler Campbell. Jack Boswell Matherly. Cheyenne Ray Budd. Lauren Marie O'Brien. Ethan Thomas Spear. Row 1 and 2, please be seated. Rows 3 and 4, please make your way towards the stage.
Lily Evelyn Smith. Caleb Michael Foster. Benjamin Thomas Whitney. Michaela Ann Pendley. Isaiah Allen Montgomery. Brady Dale Lawson. Selena Elena Maria Davis, Molly Catherine McVeigh Lewis, Logan Thomas Wilson, Ethan Lee Coleman, Savannah Aylin Edlin, Elizabeth Danae Hale, Sarah Elaine Boblet, John Thomas McCarty, Cole Winston Koenig, Jasmine Cyan Coulter, James Wyatt Salee, Joseph Hayden Dean, Eli Joshua Hinton, Blake Hunter Arnold, Caden Brady Baker, Rows 3 and 4, you may be seated. Rows 5 and 6, please stand. You may approach the stage.
Dylan Blake Barr, Olivia Taylor Bartley, Kimberly Sky Beasley, Nicholas Allen Borders, Hunter Davis Brown, Joshua Taylor Burkhead. Aaron Joshua Burton. Daryl Ho Berg. Alexis Destiny Chesser. Christian Hunter Chesser. Sean Nathaniel Chesser. Jaden Zachary Coleman. Blake Thomas Coulter. Lauren Elizabeth Coulter. Mackenzie Lynette Coulter. Mary Elizabeth Coulter. Anna Clay Davis. Jacob Michael DeWitt. Rows 5 and 6, please be seated. Rows 7 and 8, please stand. Make your way to the stage, please.
Makia Cheyenne Durrett. Brent Michael Edlin. Michael Armani Ellery. Axel Alexandri Ellis. Peyton Olivia Foth. Justin Taylor Gabbert. Conrado William Gaona. Braun Avery Gobin. Jason Ray Graves. Nathan Terrence Greathouse. Anthony Charles Ray Grimes. Ashley Nicole Grimes. Alexis Paige Hagan. Jordan Anthony Hagan. Caitlin Sato Hayden. Elena Mary Hess. Christopher Sherman Hicks. Liliana Angelica Esmeralda Hidalgo. Benjamin Carter Hill. Rows 7 and 8, you may be seated. Rows 9 and 10, you may rise and approach the stage.
Logan Ryan Hill. Donovan Trayvon Hunter. Devin William Johnson. Olivia Rayanne Lawson. Cameron Allen Chase Lemons. Cole Liberty Payne Lewis. Hannah Marie Lewis. Malik Rashawn Locke. Joseph Dylan Dufresne Loveland. Haley Dawn Maddox. Caleb Nathaniel Martinez. James Wesley Matherly. William Luke Mattingly. Joseph Matthew Miles. Cole Farley Miller. Cesar Eduardo Montes. Travis Michael Mudd. Thomas Jack Murphy. Jacob Ryan Miles. Rows 9 and 10, please be seated. 11 and 12, stand. Please make your way towards the stage.
Luke David Peebler. Andres Zion Perez. Tyler Christopher Rainwater. Zachary Samuel Rakes. Shauna Danielle Ray. Michael Trampus Reynolds. Alexandria Cheyenne Ritchie. Lee Faith Rosieski. Madison Elizabeth Santiago. Austin David Sias. Haley Brooke Smith. Patrick Lee Smith. Molly Elizabeth Smothers. Mia Nicole Slorio. Emma Claire Spalding. Indaria Chanel Spalding. Joseph Colin Sparrow. Caitlin Bethany Spencer. Logan Samuel Jason Terrence. Rows 11 and 12, you may be seated. Rows 13, 14, and 15, please rise. You may approach the stage.
Hagan Daniel Taylor. Eddie Lee Thompson. James Will Thompson. Takedron Maurice Thompson. Adarius Dominic Thornton. Melanie Roxanne Tingle. Trevor Scott Trent. Kieva Amanda Trigg. Lillian Joe Hope Turner. Charlie J. Votaw. Jael Evelina Lauren Waldridge. Candace Marie Walker. Ajada Cayenne Weathers. Gary Glenn Woods. Javante Aloysius Wright. Margaret Elizabeth Wright. Jacob Daniel Yates. Elijah Joe Young. We have two students that are the 2020 graduates, Mikhail Danae Ellery. Kaylee Marie Shimpaw.
At this time, would all of our graduates please rise? Superintendent Cochran and members of the Washington County Board of Education, I am proud to present to you the graduates of Washington County High School, class of 2021. Again, I certify to you that all these students have met the graduation requirements set by the Washington County Board of Education and the State Board of Education. Congratulations to each and every one of you. At this time, Miss Amelia Murphy Higdon Kurzinger will come forward for our tassel turn. Amelia is the daughter of Jim Kurzinger and Kim Higdon. She plans to attend the University of Kentucky and major in product design.
The American tradition of moving the tassel on graduation caps from the right side to the left side during the commencement ceremony signifies the recognition of earning a diploma. It symbolizes our movement from candidate to graduate. Fellow classmates, at this time, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side, signifying us as graduates of Washington County High School. Congratulations, you may now toss your caps.
Okay, graduates, you got us. No, you didn't get us. You got each other. You may now be seated. If you're not sure where your cap fell, leave them. We'll gather them up and make sure you get them back after the ceremony. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We want to remind all seniors that you need to check in to project graduation no later than 10:30 at the high school gym. We ask everyone to remain in your seats until our graduates have had the opportunity to exit. Thank you. Graduates, please rise.